Hey, Susie Q, what's cooking with you?
Your teeth look whiter than new.
My teeth aren't new, but my toothpaste is new Pepsodent. Get with it, kids. New package, new flavor, new formula, too, means brighter smiles for me and you.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
While objectification of women has always happened more or less to the same frequency, it became widespread in advertising in the 1950s. In the 1950s, a consumerism movement rose. For men returning from war, jobs were plentiful, wages were higher, and because of the lack of consumer goods during the war, Americans were eager to spend. Products such as clothing and appliances that were in short supply during World War II were finally available. Additionally, for the first significant time, the middle class had money to spend on goods that they wanted and not necessarily things they needed. Demand for these goods fueled a growth for manufacturing, which stimulated an increase in advertisements.
Since the mother of the family was considered the shopper of the household, companies directed their advertisements towards women.
They took advantage of the idea that women were the main consumers and prompted them to buy unnecessary items with false advertising.
Before the consumerism movement, women didn't shave their legs or use deodorant. But after more companies started negatively addressing towards women, they started to feel this pressure from society to perfect themselves, to please their husbands and the men in their lives.
Although the sexist messages were quite apparent in the ads, women still supported these messages by continuing to buy the products marketed to them, even if it reaffirmed the stereotypes of women during the time.
It wasn't until the late 1960s and 70s that the feminist movements created significant open criticisms of these sexist and objectifying advertisements. Concerns first became publicly visible on September 7, 1968, when more than 200 women converged in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to oppose the degrading symbol perpetrated by the Miss America pageant. As a result of these protests, there was an increase in advertisements that went against the norm in the 1970s and 80s. However, the majority of ads continued to enforce sexism and gender roles.
Even today, as people are becoming more educated on the issue and many feminist groups are coming into existence, this hasn't significantly decreased the problem of objectification of women in advertising. The major difference today is that companies that objectify women in their ads receive more backlash than they would have 60 years ago.
Women are probably objectified to a greater extent now than was the case in the 50s when, well, partly it was just the cultural constraints on what could be expressed. So I don't know that men might have had more negative attitudes about women at that time, but at least in the media, it wasn't as explicit and out there as it is now.
I mean, back in the 60s, they used to have phrases like, what do you mean a woman can't open it? Whereas now it's more about, Victoria's Secret, how much skin is showing, that type of stuff.
According to a study done by the Journal of Advertising Research, people in the United States are exposed to an average of 2,000 ads per day. 50% of advertisements directed towards women in 2012 spoke about physical attractiveness and convincing them to buy products to make them look better. This means, out of the 2,000 ads we supposedly see every day, men and women alike are exposed to 1,000 ads a day that promote objectification of women.
This has detrimental effects on women, especially on young girls. This internalized sexual objectification has been linked to problems with mental health, eating disorders, body shame, self-worth, and life satisfaction, access to leadership, and political efficacy. The objectification of women has damaging effects on not only females, but on our society as a whole.